He put his kids to bed every night. He left for work every morning like nothing was wrong. But all the while, women's bodies were piling up on Gilgo Beach. And the clue that cracked the case? A single strand of his wife's hair stuck to a victim's body. And that was just the beginning. Mamas and grandmas, this story will give you chills. In December 2010, police found 4 women's bodies along Gilgo Beach, wrapped in burlap, dumped like trash. But here's the part that will stop you cold. Investigators now believe the killings stretch back to 1993. That means a predator hunted women for nearly 20 years while families begged for answers. As a mom, I can't imagine living that long without answers. For over a decade, the case stayed cold. Parents buried their daughters, never knowing who took them. Then in 2023, the mask finally cracked. Police arrested Rex Heuermann, a husband, a father, an architect in Manhattan. On the outside, he looked respectable, but what he was hiding behind closed doors would shock the world. Detectives nailed him through garbage, pizza crusts, water bottles. DNA from his trash matched hairs on the victims. But here's the shocking twist. The most important clue came from a single strand of his wife's hair. She wasn't involved, but her DNA traveled on Rex's clothes. It clung to the burlap wrapping a victim. One single hair was enough to expose everything. But what police found next was even worse. Inside his storage unit were over 200 guns, many of them illegal, and boxes of personal items investigators called trophies. Not souvenirs, but belongings believed stolen from women he targeted. Pieces of lives he may have kept to relive the crimes. Can you believe that? But that wasn't the only secret hiding in his house. By day, Rex was shaking hands in the city. By night, investigators say he prowled the internet, using burner phones and fake emails to find women. And here's a chilling twist. The same phones that contacted victims were later used to check news stories about their disappearances. And came the twist no one expected. Prosecutors didn't tie him to just one murder. They tied him to 7. And just weeks ago, the judge made it official. All 7 will be tried together. It could finally bring justice to every family at the same time. But the most powerful evidence wasn't what anyone expected. The evidence that may take him down isn't a confession. It's science. Prosecutors turn to something called whole genome sequencing. Think of it as reading a person's DNA like a book, cover to cover. It's usually used to identify unknown victims. And in this case, it picked up matches that older DNA tests completely missed. The defense tried everything to get it tossed, but the judge said it stays. And now, a single strand of DNA could do what decades of searching could never do: seal Rex's fate. At home, the fallout was instant. His wife filed for divorce the moment he was arrested. She said she never knew the man she was married to. Can you imagine finding out the father of your children may be a serial killer? For the victims' families, this trial is their only hope. One mother sobbed, "It's finally happening. They can't hide anymore." After decades of silence, they finally see a path to justice. Mamas and grandmas, this nightmare isn't over. Each twist, the wife's hair, the trophies, reveals more of Rex's double life. And when his trial begins, even darker secrets are bound to surface. I know this story is heavy, so please take a moment, hug your babies, call your grandbabies, and remember, To them, you're everything and more. So now it's time for me to go hug my baby boy a little tighter. See you next time, Mama.